Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Elfbuggin, and if you haven't been to my channel before, my channel is about finding my style as an illustrator and falling in love with my work again. So yesterday, this project is what I mean. I decided to work on these Genshin Archon Chibis. So if you click the video, you probably are a Genshin fan. Or at least I would think so, or you're just an anime fan and you might have liked the chibis on the thumbnail. But Genshin chibis are something I've been wanting to do for a really long time actually, and I wasn't doing them. Oh my gosh, sorry, my cat's making a lot of noise. I wasn't doing them because I was incredibly intimidated because the Genshin characters have a lot of detail and I wasn't sure if I'd be able to do them justice. I actually tried drawing them many times. I've tried drawing Zhongli and Raiden Shogun at least minimum 5 times each, and it never went really well. But I actually started with Fiorina this one, and kind of got into the groove of it and really liked what I was making. So if you're new to my channel, then you probably haven't watched any of my other videos or kind of know what I've been working on as of lately, but I wasn't really working on chibis recently. I was working on more proportionate drawn anime girls, which I have less experience with and am learning a lot more that I have to do with them. So I decided to take a break from that and work on chibis again because I was just getting what's it called? Burned out. Yes, I was getting burned out drawing them because I was not liking the way they were turning out, and there was just so much to learn about them, and I'd rather take it at a slower pace, but have something to actually post to my YouTube channel. And I haven't been posting as much because it takes so long to make these drawings, and then I feel like I don't love them as much, etc., etc. So proportionate anime girls will be something on my to-do list to work on, and I'll show you guys projects related to that as they come, but I'm probably going to be doing more of these now just so I can just kind of get more work done. Also, I totally did chibis because my social media manager told me to. She's amazing and gives me amazing advice. So yeah, so going over, I was afraid to do this. I'll tell you what each character, kind of what I was afraid of, and or maybe in general what I was afraid of with the Genshin characters. I feel like I've struggled with proportions. Oh, that pen is way too big. I've struggled with how big I want certain things to be. I don't know if you can. Oh, this pen is red and the sketch is pink. Let me change it to blue. Be easier to see. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the size of the head compared to the size of the eyes and maybe where I want to place the mouth, I've struggled with. And Genshin characters are so complicated. There's so much going on with their clothing and so many little details that you don't want to miss. Now, when you make chibis, you can just get rid of lots of details. It doesn't really matter. You don't have to sit there and draw everything. You'll probably go crazy anyways because chibis are meant to be more simplified and whatnot. But when I was making these chibis, I decided to grab there's this banner art, and then there's what I would call the splash art. So when you get the character, they show up on this splash art. Venti's kind of looks like this. He's in the air and he has a lyre. I think it's lyre. And it's really big and round with tons of painted background. And then there's an actual banner that's the Genshin banner that every character stands behind, and it's more vertical. So what I would do is I would grab their banner design and their splash design and kind of mix them together. I will say for the Venti one, I just straight up, I liked the pose for his splash art, so I decided to just use that for him. Hold on, let me get my eraser out. Yeah, but for Venti, it went pretty well. I haven't drawn his leer yet, or his hand right here, as you can tell. Sometimes when I'm doing a collection or like a series, I like to kind of jump around. If there's something I haven't finished about the character, it's fine. I just want to get the overall vibe of the character. So I'm really liking the proportions for Venti. Like, this flower isn't even like figured out, you know? And I like his movement, and I like his pose. I might add like some tiny air things around him. Ooh, that was kind of cool, actually. But I'm not sure yet. I think with each one of the Archons, I want to add their element with them because they're the Archons. But I want it to feel cool with the design. I want the silhouette to look cool, like, because these will be keychains and stickers. So I don't want the effect to ruin that. Anyways, now we have Zhongli right here. You can kind of see them all right here. Look, oh, look, the big three. They're so cute. Anyways, moving into Zhongli now. We're going to cross you out for now. Zhongli, you know, I think his neck's a little bit too long, so I want to, like, bring this up, actually. Yeah, that would look better. But like I said, these are what I like to call, what I would call a sketch, because I do ones before these that I would consider thumbnails that literally look like this. Like, I like basically break down the characters into like a maquette without their clothes and all that stuff. So this is what I would require my sketch. This is what I would call my sketch, even though it is like a lot cleaner than maybe what I initially do at first. Something I've learned with Chibis is like make the eyes big as flip. Like make them touching the sides of their face. You would think you shouldn't, but I've noticed that if I make the eyes, like look, this is how much space, if you're counting the eyebrows, this is how much space the eyes take on the Chibi, and they have like a little forehead, and the bottom of their face should be about the same, you know? If anything, you could push this even further and make the Chibi eyes even bigger, like right here. I know that seems crazy, but when you see artists who make Chibis all the time, you know, do their Chibis, and they look great, by the way. Most of the time, the eyes are ginormous. They're taking up the whole face, because that's, you wanna push the proportions. So I really loved the movement with Zhongli. I wanted him to be more standing pose, like not like a crunched up pose like Venti, because Venti's playful. Zhongli is like, you know, hardworking old man. But I wanted to have, I really like in his, I don't know if it's his banner art. I think it is, the vertical one. He's just standing, and then he has like these pieces of clothing flowing, and his hair's flowing, and I like that. But in his splash art, he has his hand like this out. I need to fix it because he has a giant old rock that he's obviously levitating with his powers because he's super cool. Look at this badly drawn rock, but look, oh, it's like, look, if you play the game, you know what I'm doing right now. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going to put this rock. You're probably thinking, how are you going to put this rock on this design? I'm not sure yet, and that's a question for later, okay? There's something about him that I think needs to change, because when I look at him on my iPad, I'm like, yeah, that looks great. And I'm looking at him on the screen right now, and like he kind of feels like slanted. It's slightly slanted, and I want him to feel more straight. So we'll come back to him, and we'll fix that for him later. I also want his little earring to dangle. I think I'm going to simplify it and make it more like, I like when they have those cool tassels with the circle bottom. I think they look pretty. Yeah, so I like Zhongli. I think he's coming along really well. Yeah, I guess I don't have much to say about him. I know his hand's bigger than this one, so I don't want to hear any complaints. I'm kidding. Okay, moving on to Raiden Shogun. Oops. This one, oh my god. Like I said, I have tried drawing at least Zhongli and Raiden Shogun several times. Also, I'm not gonna lie, this slaps. Like the blue on top of like the pink liner. I need to know that for sketching purposes for next time. Drawing Raiden Shogun has been really hard. I know in her art she actually has like eyes that are more like this. To show like that she's like unbothered. I don't care. I wanted to have these eyes. I think I want to fix this eyebrow a bit. I think potentially, and I wanted to like make her eyes look really intense with the coloring. So I think I just wanted them to stay wide open. We'll see what happens. I might change it, but I really like them like this. So the issue I had with Raiden Shogun, I don't know if you guys can see the details in here. Let me zoom in. So as you can tell, look at this hand. It's literally scribbles. Got no fingers defined or nothing like that. But, you know, she holds her sword and junk. And she pulls it out of her chest. And the thing about Chibis is they have, like, a giant flipping head with a little body. So, like, how do I make her arm, which is supposed to be, like, this long max, you know, pull a sword out of her chest without her hand being right in, like, look at this. If we were to rotate this, this is the arm, and then this is the sword. So the arm can't go like this, you know? It's basically sticking out right next to the sword. I don't know if that makes any sense. I decided for Raiden Shogun to tilt her head even farther back, like this, so that the angle of the sword is not in front of her face, although it is in the what's it called? Splash art, the square one. Anyways, I also love her hand, the way that it is, like how you can like see the bottom of her hand. I feel like people don't usually see this angle of the hand, so I'm really excited to draw that. Her clothes are, you know, you would imagine maybe her clothes aren't the most difficult, but they kind of were. And you know what it was? There was a lot of fabric, just repeated fabric, like laying on top of one another. And I was like, dang diggity, guys, like how many details do we have? And this is the sketch, okay? This is not even the tight line. There are details I'm missing. You know, it is what it is. Her hair right now is kind of a concept. It's not even really thoughtfully figured out. But I really love the movement of Raiden. I feel like in her splash art, just like Venti's actually, they're really, really floating. And she's floating like this, you know? He's floating like as if he's sitting. She's standing, but with like a little knee pump right here, you know? And I was like, I want her to look like she's floating, and I want her hair to float with her. So let me erase this. I'll put this to the side so you can kind of like see what I'm talking about. This is her angle, but her hair, I wanted it to like go like this. Is how I always imagined it, with her little pieces and stuff like that. And it even curls around. Like, that is cute. That is nice. I like that. There's some anatomy mistakes. Like, I think I need to make the eye look more like this. Yeah, because they're supposed to be like on the same level. So all those kinds of mistakes I fix in the tight line. This is definitely just to get me excited enough to keep going, really. Next, I'm not doing these in order technically, because I did Furina first, and then I did Venti, Zhongli. So I went this, and then I did Moivika. But technically I started with Furina, but we're gonna go in order of Archons, okay? So now we have Nahida. Nahida has no clothes on right now. She's just a mannequin. No details, okay? She's just like a mannequin is all. And I put this like cute little Aranara in her hands right here. I don't really love this hand. We're gonna fix it. And I'm not sure if I like the Aranara with her. Let me know what you think in the comments if you like the Aranara with Nahida. Nahida was really, really fun to do. You know, I didn't think I was going to like drawing Nahida as much because she has a boring pose. in my opinion, I think her pose is kind of boring in her splash art, and it's the same pose used in her banner. So I was like, dang, what am I gonna do? So I decided just to do my own thing, and I noticed that Venti is like sitting, Zhongli's standing, Ryan Shogun's essentially standing. So I was like, I should have Nahida, I should have her like sitting, like Venti, just so we can get more like variation in the poses. So, oh wait, goodbye Fiorina. Okay. Yeah, so I liked this kind of like side sitting because she's like a cute little woodland fairy, and I just felt, and she's got a little swing in her animation. I'm not gonna put the swing in this, but I thought it would kind of be a nod to the fact that she has a swing in her thing. I still haven't drawn her dress. Honestly, no cap. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I might even keep that on there for reference because I don't know how I'm gonna draw her dress. I love, I don't actually really love her side ponytail in real life. Like, I would never have a side ponytail. But in anime, like, look at that. That shape language. Obviously, I was looking at her splash art. That's why it looks this way. I did not come up with this. I was heavily referring to it is what I mean. But, yeah, I really like the way that it's looking. And then I'm going to put she has, like, these little things. You know what I'm talking about. That come off her dress. They're, like, little fabric tails. I'll make them like lower to opacity. It's gonna look so cute. Hype. We're hype for this one. This one's gonna look good. I don't even know if I should like maybe like make them like this. Yeah. Oh, sorry. She's so cute. Okay. Goodbye, Nahida. I don't have a lot to say about her. She was actually pretty easy to draw, and it was weird because I had no plan for how I wanted to draw her. So, Fiorina was the first one that I did, but she is the 5th Archon? Yeah, she's the 5th Archon. At least in the way that we were shown in the games. As you can tell, no hand. Her body is severely smaller than everybody else's because it's the first one I started with. And I want to, like, redo her hair, bring it out a little bit more. I like when anime has, like, big hair. This is a good line. I'm keeping that line. But I really like how she holds her weapon. I think that's a vibe. Very excited to draw her weapon because she's, like, just sitting here being all cutesy and goofy and jester-like. And I cannot wait to draw that hat. I know that hat is not that big on her. If you were to look at a proportionate version of her, I don't care. I want it to be giant on here. Because the hat is slay. Very slay. She has a lot of details on her, to be honest. Her outfit is filled with crap. I'm probably going to just simplify it because I do not have time for that. And she's small. Like, how much can I really put? Like, she has this, like, skirt in the back. You know, the one that's, like, a half skirt and it's like this. I'm like, girl, I only have so much room. Also, I cannot wait to draw her teardrop eye. She's going to be serving looks. Yeah. I also really like her little thing popping out of her head. I was not paying attention I know Movika has one. I don't know if I was paying attention to if the other people have one. I know Zhongli's got one. I did not see Nahida have one. Anyways, obsessed with how the Chibis are going right now, and I really, really like all of them so far. I don't even know if Fiorina has earrings. I'll need to check that. Anyways, that's about all I have to... Oh, wait. I will say I cannot wait to make her, like, weird eyelashes that she has. Oh, God. They're going to be so cool. Like, the clown eyelashes. And I was thinking about rendering all of these. I want them to look, like, really good. I'm trying to think of a simpler way to render the hair. But I don't know. The hair is, like, my favorite part to color, so I might still make it just as cool as I usually do. All right. Moving on to Moivika. Moivika, I don't know if I'm saying it right, was really hard, actually, to draw. I need to fix some things about her hair. Like, here's a piece of her hair. It needs to run into the actual hair. And right now it's going like this, you know? Like, the hair is right here when it should be out here, which is annoying. Moivika, unfortunately, is riding a flipping motorcycle in her stupid art. No hate, guys. I'm, like, fully hating, but, like, I still like Moivika. I just don't think she's the coolest Archon. And I think that they should have just kept it the same way. Like, a lady standing. Like, just imagine if she was standing like this with, like, her hand on her hip or something. And maybe she was snapping. Basically what I drew. There's a different pose that I saw her where she's snapping. You can't see her finger right now, but it's like this. So, and then she's going to have, like, a little piece of, like, fire coming out of here. We'll see how it ends up looking. But, yeah, I mean, Moivika was hard to draw just because her pose was really boring. So I was like, either I make one up right now or I stick to the rule, which I like sticking to rules, of how I've done every single other one. So it's probably what I'm due. That's why I chose this pose, because it's one of the only other poses I could find. And then, like, she's doing this weird thing with her hand where she's just, like, it's just, like, here's the palm of the hand, you know? I think it makes sense. She kind of comes off as, like, join me, traveler. And I have to put her cool shoes on, you know? The cool, like, weird heely shoes. You know, it's gonna look very cute. I did give her breasts because she has them. And that is her design. So, you know, it is what it is. I mean, Ryan Shogun has them too. See? Right there. But she just kind of covers hers more. But, I mean, I put her little, you know, leather suit on. Oh, sorry. I got a text message. That was really not cool of me. But, yeah, I mean, with Moivika, I would say her hair was the hardest. But, because, like, it looks really rough right now. Look. It's the one I was last working on. Okay, so it's got more work to do. I don't know if I really love it. There's some proportionate issues. We'll see. We'll see. Wait, did I draw those kind of good? Dang, I kind of did. We'll leave them there. Take those shoes off. Yeah, I mean, her pose is a little boring compared to the other Archons. But what am I to do? What am I to do? Like, I'm sorry you're not as cool as the big three. And Fiorina, like, just, like, carries the weight of Genshin, I think, on her back. And Nikita's just a cutie, you know? I'm not, like, saying you're giving off God vibes right now. You're giving off little child. But, you know, sweet, cute little child, you know? Moivika is just giving, like, I don't know. Like, she works for a car dealership, and she's showing you the cars. That's how it feels. I do love her eye design, though, so I can't wait to draw that. Maybe... I don't know if her body's proportionate to the other people. I think it is. Let me know in the comments if you disagree. I think I have to make Nikita's body shorter, but we'll see. But that's just... Yeah, that's just Moivika. I added this little tiny... I added this because I want to, and because her hair is like fire. And I thought it was kind of cute and funny. Maybe I'll put, like, those cool, weird Natlan things. You know, like, the weird music kind of things that are next to people. They look like shapes. I can't wait. Dude, I can't wait to put her triangles on her hair. That'll look so cool. Anyways. Yeah, so... That's Moivika. That's all of them, actually. I know this video is really long, but I wanted to talk about them because I'm incredibly proud of how they turned out. I'll just zoom in so you guys can, like... We'll zoom in on the top three. I mean, it's the top three. The first three is what I mean. While I finish the video. I have to look at my list really quick. Oh, okay. I try to make a list before I make the video so that I know what to talk about. So I'm not just sitting here saying the whole time because I feel very embarrassed when I do that. Even though I just did it. But I'm super duper stoked for these Genshin keychains, and I hope you guys are too. And I've been drawing anime for 2 years now, and I've wanted to do the Genshin keychains for a long time. And I really told myself I wanted to do them a specific way, and I was not going to do them until I was satisfied. Perfection doesn't exist, but I wanted to be happy with the way that I drew them because they mean so much to me, and I was going to start with the Archons, obviously. So I hope you guys like them just as much, and I am interested in drawing more of the Genshin characters, not just the Archons. I just want to start off with them because I love them so. And I would like to make them keychains, and I was thinking like a lanyard keychain, like one where you put your keys on them. I guess every keychain, you put them probably near keys, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it'd come with a lanyard and maybe something else hanging off of it. I don't know. I think it'd be super cute, and I really like the way that they're coming along. So if you guys have any questions specifically about these drawings, or any questions actually, please feel free to say them in the comments. And if there's Genshin characters that you're interested in seeing by the time I finish these ones, that will take me a while, feel free to leave that in the comments as well. If there's another fandom that you want me to make chibis in, because it's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on for a while now, because I just think I need to. I think I just need to like work on these because I'm really happy with the way that they turned out, and I'm having a lot of fun with them. So if there's another fandom that you guys want to see, you want to recommend, let me know. Obviously, you saw My Little Ponies. They're what really kind of got me into drawing anime more confidently and whatnot. But yeah, I guess I don't have anything else to say. I guess I'll say I've been doing it for 2 years. So if you're looking at these drawings and you're like, oh my gosh, how did she do them? Or like, how did she get, like, let's say you're a beginner artist is what I mean. And you're like, how did she get this far? Really, it was focusing on one section of an anime drawing and repeating it over and over again. So the part that I was the most excited about, which for me was anime eyes. I wanted to have really cute, really captivating anime shaped eyes. So I drew anime a ton, and they all sucked, but the eyes would get better with every drawing. And then I started focusing on hair, and then I started focusing on face shapes, and things just got better as I did that. And I didn't have to draw every day to achieve that. I just had to be like focused when I was drawing anime, because if I wasn't focused, then I was gonna make bad art. Like, if you just try to like throw it out there, I mean, I've improved a lot more by focusing when I'm drawing than just drawing a million things and never paying attention to what I was drawing, because that's what I was doing before, you know. So I totally understand the struggle, but yeah, that's my best advice for improving. Not that this was an advice video per se, but if you've seen my Little Pony eyes, which are horrendous by the way, and you look at these ones are a lot better now. Also, just my overall character designs. I mean, the final My Little Ponies turned out pretty good, but if you would have saw their first sketches, they were pretty bad. They were really bad, actually. I had a dream. I had a vision. That's all. But thank you for coming to today's video. I know this one was much longer than usual, but I wanted to get into the nitty-gritty of it. So I hope you guys liked this video, and thank you so much for your views, your comments, your likes. They mean the world to me, and I hope that I can give you more drawings soon. So thank you for coming to today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.